I didn't tell this thing to do that, but it does it anyway. I don't need this thing to be helpful. Hey, yo, what's up, Red Kid? What's up? Mm. Well, there goes that move. Well, I might as well just pull this order now because that's the move I was looking for. Mm. 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 Hey, yo, what's up, Investor Z? What's up? Mm. I don't know what happened to the markets last night, but something happened. Because it seems like everything dumped off last night. So I wonder what the heck is going on. Gold did the same thing to me. Completely missed my order, had to cancel the damn thing. That's two. That's like the third time that shit's done that now. Like, what's happening, Gold? You don't want to see your boy win or something? All right. $7.25. $7.25. Mm. I guess I would have to see how the market looks. I'd have to see how the market looks. Okay. Oh yeah, so that position that I took in CL last night, tell me why I come back to my charts and I'm up $1,000. $1,000 on that move that we was looking at last night. One of the things that I've always found to be true about CL is that it really loves that 21 EMA. Dude, this is why CL is a reason why I have at least a 21 EMA on my chart because of just how much it respects it. And that was like one of the things that I've noticed about CL, and I've also noticed that to be true for a lot of other instruments, but CL particularly. Last night we took a long at the 21, and apparently from that bounce off the 21 EMA, we got this big bounce on crude CL. So right here, we could potentially even take a long right here because you can see that the market is holding that 21 EMA. So there's a lot of things to be true. If you want to be a CL trader, the 21 EMA and double tops and double bottoms should be your bread and butter. And look at this. We're seeing a lot of calls come in for the Qs. Look at that. Seen a lot of calls come in. So, I mean, it makes sense. I mean, we had this big drop down. The Qs opened with a big gap, or unless that was yesterday's gap. Yeah, so we'll see. I'm considering going short around, if price gets to about 85, 75. If price gets to about 75, I'm going to take a short there. Something after that. I don't know if none of that's implication. Okay. All right, that's what I'm going to do here. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to take, and that's right there around yesterday's 50%. You can see that market participants tried to buy the 50% of yesterday's initial balance, but I kind of had a feeling. I mean, what I've seen to be true about the initial balance 50% trade is that the market has to already be in bullish structure. If we see the market take out obviously liquidity from the side, then I wouldn't trust the pullback, because the market is, I mean, if that 50% trade works, that means that it didn't, or it hasn't reached this area yet. It hasn't reached this areas of liquidity. We talked about how the market made these equal highs right here, and that the market would eventually try to take the liquidity that is just resting above these highs before it made a decision on whether it wanted to continue higher or drop lower. And in this situation, it was a drop lower. So I kind of knew better than to take this 50% trade, but I'm going to take it. I'm going to take the trade on its way back up, though. I'm going to take this trade. I mean, you're there because she's 97.25. And for a reason. 97.25. All right. So that's the position I'm going to wait for. I think this will be the best area to go short if the market decides to come back up. At least in my opinion. It just sucks that I wasn't able to get that wasn't able to get filled on silver and gold today. That sucks. Okay, so Well, because I have a zero tolerance, I have to take my setup every time I see it. So I'm gonna take this trade on silver. I have a 45% confidence level on this. It meets all of my criteria for the setup. We got a breakout, and this is the pullback. But what I don't like about this trade is that, we're leaving supply. So, but I have a zero tolerance policy of not taking my setup because I'll accept the loss. I just don't want to feel regret. So, if this thing turns around and works, I'm gonna feel regret, and I'm gonna take it out on my account. So I'm just gonna take the setup. Um, oh shit! Damn, look at that! Instantly, instantly, instantly. Still in it. Still in it, but. Mm. Okay. Okay. I had a feeling that wouldn't work out, but I had to take the trade. I have to take it because what if it did work out? And then at the same time, maybe I probably got in a little bit too early. Maybe I could have gotten in a little bit lower because if this thing pushes back up, then mm, all right. So so gotta grab. All right. So my entry was on that trade was 80.35 on silver, 84.35. Honestly, my exit was actually I forgot where my exit was. $81.70. And the result was a losing trade. I had the screenshot, but I had to override it though. Oops. Okay, so that was the video. Okay. That's the video. Let me take the screenshot again. Okay. It just didn't work out this time. I mean, we got the breaker structure. I mean, I kind of figured that we tapped into supply. That's why I was trying to short it. But I didn't think it was just going to just eat through it. So, well, like I said, it was a 45% confidence level. And you know what? I kind of made a mistake because I'm now looking at my rules again. And in my trade policy, it says that all trades under 50%. I don't take any trades that are under 50%. And I just noticed that. Oh shit. So I didn't follow my rules there. I just noticed that. I did not follow my rules. Okay. My thoughts. Actually, I thought I fixed that. I thought I fixed that. Okay. All right. So it would have been nice to have been a part of this short, but I guess I shouldn't have really looked for a long. It's like, I mean, that's my fault. It's just, I guess whenever I take the, I guess whenever I decide to take it, at least it feels that way, right? When you decide to take the move, it works, or it doesn't work when you decide, that doesn't look like it will work, and then it works. When you decide to take the risky trade, it's like, yeah, you already know that shit wasn't supposed to work. All right, so it looks like, man, it looks like it's gonna probably be one of those sessions for the Nasdaq. It looks like it's already going to be one of those sessions for the Nasdaq. If you didn't catch this move going down last night, all the way up until 5 o'clock, now I guess you're gonna have to wait for the price action to kind of retest some of these areas for the short. You caught the short on the ES? Yo, congratulations on that, man. Let's see what Claude does. Let's see what Claude does. Or I thought I had that somewhere. I'm pretty sure Claude's stock went up after they were banned by the Trump's administration because they wanted to use their AI to make decisions that involve taking, or I guess how I should say this is that they wanted AI to make the final decision with no humans in the loop, and they weren't comfortable with that, and they've been blacklisted. So I wonder if because Claude AI before this situation was allowed to be used in any contractors that work for the government, and I wonder if now that they've been blacklisted, I wonder if that's going to change really soon. Yeah, sure. Sure. All right. So I'm gonna put in this journal entry. It just didn't work out this time, so I'm gonna write up my draft and put in this journal entry real quick. Uh, Damn, this thing's still thinking about it. Hey, what's up, Alfred? Oh yeah, I haven't looked yet. Santiago. I was writing my journal entry. Okay. Okay. Give me 1 second though. I'll look at it. Ah, shit. No, let me see if I can. Let me see if it'll, didn't think about that. Damn it. Damn. The 50% on the ES, it pulls right back into this area and it sees the dump. Congratulations on that, Santiago. Congratulations. You took this on the MES or did you take this on the ES? And it looks like Alfred sent something in as well. All right. Also give a shout out to our boy Alfred. He's practicing copy trading in his Pro Plus. Is take profit? Okay. And his evals. I was about to say, I was like, dang, you copy trading the Pro accounts? I was like, dang. He said, fuck walking, we gonna run. But you're past the. Oh, so you already passed them, right? These are already passed. You just got to flip contracts now? Yeah, I mean, dude, it's like, I mean, we talked about this, dude. It's, just watch that video that I shared, with Traders Drysdale. I think that's helped me out so much. I see the world a lot differently, dude. You're not fearful, man. It's just that our nervous system is not designed to operate like that under a lot of pressure when you got too much at risk. You trade heavy size, Alfred. One wrong move and the account is blown. Or it's a heavy loss that our nervous system's just not, like, dude, we're all wired the same when it comes to loss. We don't want loss. We just don't want it. We want to win, but we don't want to lose more. And when we're put in a situation where we're going to lose something, we all have the same reaction. Some of our, I mean, I feel the only people that doesn't have like a real deep-seated fear of loss is people that's always had an abundance in their entire life. And I'm talking about when it comes to like money and stuff like that, where they know if they fail, I mean, they're good. They don't really have to achieve anything to assure their safety. And I feel like those are the people that don't necessarily have these fears. Now, on the flip side of that, those are the same people that don't know how to survive if everything is taken away from them. But they have really no fear of loss. I mean, I think that's probably one of the reasons why you see like these kids, like they make $10,000 gambling and it doesn't faze them. It's like, oh, I mean, that's just $10,000. Their $10,000 ain't $10,000 for you. What the numbers they're used to seeing, like $100,000, $250,000, maybe $1 million, but $10,000 is nothing to them. So when they see is, I'm only down $10,000. Yeah. They said that I watched this video from what's his name? Nutty Bar. Apparently Apex is unbanning everybody. So if you were banned from the previous evals, you can now purchase these new evals. At least that's coming from him. Honestly, I really want to know. Um, okay. Or what I should do is already tell it what I needed to do. So I gotta rewrite. I accidentally closed out. So I sat there and wrote my journal entry, and that was talking about having to pay for like the strongest AI or the best AI search engine or whatever. And my initial reaction was to close the window and was like, yeah, okay, I'm not paying for this shit. And I forgot that I didn't copy and paste my damn journal entry. So I gotta write this damn thing again. Okay, guys. All right. All right, so I basically wrote a journal entry. I'm having my AI tool, my AI assistant, clean it up for me, and we'll just go over it. The trade was, I mean, I said it out loud that that trade had was a 45% chance that it would win, and 45%, 45%, and I took it out of frustration because it missed my limit order. If it got filled, it would have been a big winner, and I guess I was frustrated about that. And I was just looking for an opportunity to get a trade in, I guess. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, I'm looking at gold and I'm looking at silver. I really don't see anything. Yo, 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 there's a real story behind Crash Kari, dude. There's literally a story. Dude, this is the first time I've seen this man back on the schedule, and we get this bearish dump. Dude, this is lore. He speaks at 10:45 Eastern time. It's no coincidence that all the markets right now are crashing right now. He finally escaped. Nah, nah. Crash Kari, we need you. We need you. All right, let's get this journal entry done. That was where's that one? There. All right, man. Let's get this journal entry done. That was a 17-second trade. This was the setup. This was what I was looking for. I saw that it potentially broke structure. I was hoping for a bounce. That's what I was looking for, but you know, we didn't get that. And nice. Nice. Yeah, this was a 17-second trade right here, and it got stopped out instantly. Damn, dude, like, come on, man, you know? It shouldn't be this hard. Like, it really shouldn't be this hard. Like, it really shouldn't be this hard. It really shouldn't. Like, that shouldn't be that. Shouldn't do that. Like, what's so hard about that, you know? All right, so that was a trade. It didn't. It wasn't good. My biggest thing is that I said it was a 45% chance that this thing would win. I do have a zero, or I'm still implementing my zero trade tolerance. If I see my setup, I'm gonna take it. But I said it was a 45%, and a part of my rules when I craft a trade is that all trades below 50% is against policy. So things that I have to improve moving forward is making sure that I'm reviewing my rules before I actually take the trade, because I actually forgot about that 50% rule that I have. All right, so after completing my analysis, I identified silver chart. If price visited this area, there, good. Okay. All right. Okay. So this was my thoughts. So after completing my analysis, I identified a zone on silver, on the silver's futures chart, where if price revisited this area, it's highly likely that we would see a bearish reaction. When price returned to the zone, price missed my resting sell limit and continued lower without me. Out of frustration, I looked for a follow-up trade and noted an area where price broke in structure to the upside. I planned to take a pullback trade when price returned to the zone, but but my confidence in the trade was below 50%, which breaks my 50% rule. When price filled my limit order, the trade lasted 17 seconds before stopping me out. What I can do better for future trades is to review my trading rules and ensure that the trade aligns with all criteria before taking the trade and protecting my capital. I used my zero tolerance for not taking my setup to justify taking this bad trade, and I will not allow that to blind me moving forward. It's a losing trade, so I gotta actually put this as a hashtag, losing trade. Losing trade. Okay. Should I do a Java style or should I do a Python style? I think I should do a Python style. I think Python style is probably better. All right, so hashtag losing trade. This is the screenshot of the setup. This is the screenshot. This is the video. So this completes my journal entry. So my next trade, so all trades moving forward, I have to do this. I mean, what this will do is help me plan out my trades before I take them. Just kind of reduce me just jumping in the trades. Or at least that's the idea, right? At least that's the idea. Okay. And yeah, dude, that's what's crazy, man. Dude, it's what a coincidence that this man is talking, that he talks today, and the market crashes. He is forever going to be known as the bear's savior. Kari, we need you. We need you. Okay. So, all right. So that entry on the Nasdaq is basically done. The Nasdaq continued lower. I mean, we haven't broken structure to the downside yet, but I'm pretty sure it's coming. We got about 7 minutes before the initial balance is complete. I think a 50% trade could work here. It could. It could work. But the hourly chart is super bearish, so a 50% could definitely work here. Like if price does push back up, but you know, a good rule of thumb with the Nasdaq or with any instrument is when we see a strong move to the downside. So if we see a strong move to the downside here, and we see a two-legged pullback into resistance, and we see that retest of that low right there, my next plan of action is I need to see the market continue lower. I need to see that continuation, because technically, if the market bounces here, that is a double bottom. That is a double bottom retest, technically. So price needs to actually break this structure down, and that will be confirmation that the bears are still in control. Because if we do see the break and then price does come back up, then I'm willing to take that 50% trade for a retest of that low again, because that's where the market broke structure. So we'll see if that's what we get here. We'll see if that's what we get. But I'm gonna need to see a break first. If it wicks underneath that low, I'm not taking the short. I'll actually wait for the break of structure to the upside and trade the pullback. But it does look super bearish on the hourly, so I do expect that we continue lower though. Because all I need this shit for is like, I don't ever need to, I don't need an AI, I don't need to pay an AI tool to think for me. The only thing that I ever want an AI tool to do, or an AI assistant to do, is just to assist me with documentation. I'm a big grand scheme kind of guy. I look at the bigger picture. I focus on the bigger picture. I like to know where everything will eventually end. And one of the things that I have to continuously be aware of is small details. I don't like small details. I don't think anybody really likes small details. I think that's why automation is such a very powerful tool for any business, because automation, it automates the small repetitive details that are just tedious and annoying, and it just frees our mind from thinking about those types of things. And that's what I use AI for. But I don't ever need an AI tool to ever think for me. I don't ever want an AI tool to think for me. I don't want that. And I don't think or at least I don't, well, I guess it doesn't really matter what I think. All right, so we'll see what happens here. Ooh. Crash Kari. All right, so if I can bring your awareness, if I can bring your attention over here to the Qs, you can see that we got a break from this gamma level at 595, and it looks like the market is targeting 590 on the Qs here. So if we're going to translate that on the Nasdaq, it can kind of give us an idea that I don't think any longs will work until price gets to this 590 gamma level on the Qs. So the Qs can continue to sell off, but as long as the Qs gets here and wherever price is on the Nasdaq, I'm not going to look for any longs until this gamma level gets touched. Dude, yeah. Mind you, I was talking about this yesterday, but I got caught on the Nasdaq at the end of the session too. The Nasdaq did this to me. I identified an area where the market was going to break structure, but instead of just doing this right here, it randomly pops back up, stopping me out for the day And I was frustrated because I was like, man, I thought I was reading the market correctly. I mean, initially I wanted to go long here, as crazy as that sounds. I was like, well, I mean, I guess technically it's still bullish, uh, but we have the market failing to take out the previous highs over here. So I was like, this could be the start of the bearishness. We get the break of structure, it pulls back. We got all the EMAs knocking price down. So I was like, man, I want to get in long here, but I think I'll be counter trend trading. So I was like, let me close my long, let me get in short. And sure enough, this thing pops back up, swipes all the liquidity, taps the bottom of this range, and then it dumps. A lot of people probably got caught in this right here. And the Nasdaq definitely requires a mindset. You have to be very stubborn to trade the Nasdaq. You can't allow a random liquidity sweep move you from your square. You can't allow her to do that because, man, she will make you feel wrong. She'll make you feel small. She just has a really good ability to just make you feel wrong. And then when you say, fine, I guess I was wrong. Let me just get in with everybody else. And then she does this crap right here. Now we got the sweep right here. We got the sweep. And now the market is pushing back up. So, you know what? Let's mark out the 50% and let's take the trade. We'll see. We'll see what that looks like first before, I just say, yeah, let's just take the trade. Okay, yeah, that's okay. Yeah. Where is that? 507? Okay. Yeah, I'll take that trade. I'll take that trade. Make sure I take the screenshot of why I'm taking the trade. Then I want to scale into this position at 1725. Okay. All right, so this is the area. So if the market pulls back into this area, this is where I want to trade. I'm going to pull this order. I'll pull this order if if it doesn't get filled before the stream ends. I'm pulling this order. I don't particularly. I don't want to take this trade unless I'm monitoring it. I don't want to take the trade otherwise because this is a very because as I'm looking at the charts right now, you can kind of see it, but the market breaks out, breaks down, breaks out, finds support at the level, breaks out, breaks down, breaks out. And I mean, it's obviously this area right here, the market is reacting, but I just don't know what kind of reaction that we're going to get because it's just kind of rotating around this level. And it makes sense why this is the 50% because we're seeing so much reactions from this area. So we'll see if the bears can come back, and if I get filled, hold this area. This is where I want to take the trade. So we'll see. But like I said, I don't want to get in. I don't want to take any longs until the market comes down and taps that gamma level. And we do see the market potentially rejecting at this gamma level right here, because you can see that this is the break right here. This is the break of what, the 30-minute orb. So actually, yeah, this is the 30-minute orb right here. Actually, I forgot that I actually put this on the charts, but this is the 30-minute orb. And you can see that this gamma level, this negative gamma level, lines up literally at the bottom of it. So I feel confident. I have a 50% confidence in this trade, which allows me to take this setup. But dude, we're seeing a lot of calls getting swept, but okay. So I have to close out my funded accounts. So tomorrow, I have to start with this account tomorrow. I gotta lock them out. So let's start with that account tomorrow. What was that? Hey, what's up, Tony Gold? What's up? All right, so what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna write the documentation for this trade. I don't know why I did that. I'm gonna write the documentation for this trade, and if it results in us not actually taking the trade, I'll just document that. But what I want to do in this situation is, I identified an area where I could potentially take a trade at. And I just hate when I hate when everything freezes up. I mean, I know I'm asking a lot from this